Hello. Teams are still kind of figuring out how to get this all set up, so it might be a little bit still. they figure it out? Not yet. Woo, go Dot! The petty cheering. I respect it. I respect it, I does. Okay. All right, they're finally ready. Here we go. Let's get into it. It's going to be... We are using Drafter, so go ahead and just stream the whole screen. No big deal. I'm surprised they turned around their game so quick. Dot only played like a couple days ago. And here they are, back again. Both of these teams managing to upset. Well, actually, hold on. Oh, that's not the right one. Let's see. What were the seeds for these teams? I actually don't remember. Yeah, both these teams upset a team above them 2-0 pretty handily during the semifinals, or during the quarterfinals, so. Respectable Vade ban, don't let Nectarish play Vayne. Yeah, makes sense. Especially DOT loves their giant mega tanks, so like Scion, I know they had the huge Scion last time, so. Or FF15, sorry, FF15 loves their big mega tanks, so ban the Scion, or ban the Vayne and pick the Scion, it makes sense. They could flex this Scion top or jungle. I believe they both play it, so. One of the best jungle bot flex picks. You want to play Scion bot lane? It's kind of wild, but it probably works. FFD, go lock it. The Swain. Swain's considered like super meta right now. I think I've been seeing him a lot. No, the Vayne. Oh. Jungle bot flex picks? Oh my god. I think Eric's the only person who actually plays Vayne jungle. I know there is another series tonight as well, in a couple hours, between CR and PPP. I don't know what the streamings or the casting situation for that's going to be. So. I really like the Gwen pick for DOT. You need some frontline tank busters against the Swain Scion, and Gwen is one of the best choices possible for that role. Yeah. I don't know if this series will be done in time to start casting the other one live, so I think Elias was planning to cast the other one, so he might just start a little bit late, depending on how long this one goes. Mel, another Beer Lake classic. I'm not a huge fan of it because Mel's not that good against tanks, but Mel's just kind of demoralizing to play against. I think there's kind of a mental factor to picking Mel. Your opponent's just is like, oh god, another Mel. Ugh. So and DOT saving their last pick for their 80 carry. It's pretty much the only team you'll ever see do that. That's Nectarish, they're their captain. Sandra pick 4. FF15 so interesting. Is this usually you see mid Swains more? Maybe it's a support Swain. Okay, so it will be Jungle Scion here, just like last time. I believe that Urgot's actually pretty good against Wen, from what I've heard. But we'll see. Guys, can we get the R5 Ash in the chat? R5 Ash? Bruh. Why? You saved the last pick to pick fucking Ash? Come on. R5 Ash. Alright. I mean, Ash Braum is a good combo, but I think they could definitely have a bit of a DPS problem if this Ash doesn't get going. So, or this Ash ever like doesn't get rolling, they could have a really hard time against this tanky FF15 team. So, I don't know. What did you see? What I'd like to have seen? Varus could have been good. On hit Varus. Kaisa maybe. Maybe Kog'Maw if he plays it. Yeah, I don't know. Ash choice is weird to me, but whatever. Their team's a lot better than mine, so I can't. Who am I to question it, right? MFJ for Braum kind of sick here. I did think about that. I did think about that. Wow, Winder Lictor's all the way up to D1. I didn't know he was that high ranked. Oh, D1 flex. Doesn't count then. Just kidding. Actually. Yeah, Nectarish is the only diamond solo queue player in this lobby. It's kind of wild. I guess these teams are a lot more evenly spread in terms of their strength, which I guess is a winning strategy. Hi, Rowan, get back to Masters. Let's see. Nope. Nightmare down to D2. Oof. All right, well, while we're waiting for them, we might as well do the Wordle, right? The load. Okay. Let's start with Poppy. I don't know why. It looks like so it's a release champ that's melee and uses mana. Okay. And it's not a jungle support or top laner. So it's either a mid laner or an AD carry. And it's melee. A melee release champion that uses mana. And it's melee. It's almost certainly not AD carry, right? Pantheon? Well, Pantheon would be, it's not jungle support or top, so it has to be mid or AD carry. Those are the only two options. And I doubt it's an AD carry, because how many melee AD carries are, melee bot laners are there? So it must be a mid laner, right? What melee mid laners are there that use mana and are release champions? Yeah, it's a male champion. Is there some assassin mid lane that I'm not thinking of right now? It's not Talon, right? I think he would be in the jungle section too. Yeah. He's only part human. Okay. But it is indeed a mid laner. Well, are there male mid laners? What other early release champions are there that are mid laners? Huh. Big match tonight. True. Echo's too late. Guess Echo, see if that narrows it down, but yeah, plus jungle middle again. Just a mid laner. A melee champion that plays mid and only mid and has mana. I have no idea who this is referring to. Galio? Ooh, I think that's gotta be it, right? No, it's still not Galio. Wow, it's not Galio. I am stumped. Alright, we're gonna cheat. Should be able to figure it out once we look at the list here. It wouldn't be Cho'Gath, would it? No, it's Kassadin. It's gotta be Kassadin, right? There we go. Couldn't for the life of me figure that one out. I was just gonna guess every release champion, but there we go. Well, that's obviously a zillion. If he has zillion quote, I know that one. There's too many champions to remember all of them. It's got hands and a face. I have no idea what that's supposed to mean. A map? An arrow? The star. Oh, it's what, Israel? Yeah, there we go. How much time we got? 30 seconds? Is this... This is an Empyrean skin. I recognize the Pike. I don't know which one, though. I have no idea. I'm gonna give up. Time to get into game. I was running out of time. I didn't have time to think about it. That first bit took too long. All right, here we go.
A summoner has reconnected.
Hell yeah, pause, baby. Woo!
A summoner has reconnected.
Hey, Eric, I have a question. Why is your soccer team playing soccer in the middle of December during winter break? Please explain that to me.
A summoner has reconnected.
I thought about that after you said you were like taken to a soccer game. Like, why are they playing a soccer game in winter? Do you hate your children down there? Because winter break started on Friday. Yeah, I know that, but they guys have sports over the winter break too? It was like 60 degrees. Thank you, global warming, allowing us to play soccer in December. Rune check here, anything unusual? Not really, everything looks pretty standard. No, do note it is Ghost on Ashe, so looking for more mobile again later in the game, which is probably a smart call. No, we won't play for like 2 weeks. Didn't you play on Friday? Is that the whole reason you show up to the last cast?
Minions have spawned.
Damn. Dot draft looking like a replay? Yeah, it kind of is. It's very similar. It is indeed very similar. Well, Stronghold's going to start on opposite sides this time around, so like we won't see a lot of interaction here. I would have really liked to have seen Urgot take Ignite just to really make sure he wins this 1v1 against Gwen, but I get kind of not wanting to do it in Beer League, so. Is it the exact same draft? Did they pick Ashe Braum before, too? I don't remember exactly. I didn't cast. Did I cast that one? He had Dot versus IQ? Yeah, I guess I did. What's the one I didn't cast? I didn't cast FF15 versus... Yeah, that's what I didn't cast. Well, I guess if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So. Pretty chill game here so far. Or got backing for the early call without using his TP. Okay, got away with one. Must have done a dirty recall, or what was it? A free reset? I don't know. Cheater recall. That's what they call it. Cheater recall. Ynar gonna be a bit of trouble here. And then the fight is going on around the river as well. Sion's going to get caught. Ynar has to flash out to escape the fight. And now they're chasing down Sion. They're eventually going to be able to get him, and now he's going to turn. Ooh. And J4 barely able to escape with no health. And now the fight's going on here. Mel able to finish off both of them. And now in the bot lane here, Swain kind of on his own here because no help from Ynar. Swen goes down, but then Ynar goes down too. They heard me say it was a slow start to the game. And 4 for 1 in favor of DOT to start. Great early play. Liquor playing very aggressive, pressuring that tower. Oh, looking for a dive here with Lissandra. Ooh, nice flash E, but Lissandra doesn't take the E over the wall. And no follow-up CC, so Urgot's going to go down. And a bit of a big mistake there by... I feel like they should have gotten that kill. Maybe they might not have had the damage, but yeah, it's just going to be clearly not on the same page there. Maybe Lissandra waited too long to press it and it ran out. But that's tough if you're a window licker. You were in a great position in lane. Kind of just threw it in the trash. DOT gonna go ahead and grab Dragon here. I do like him getting the early executioners. You're gonna need it at some point. Just get it now. Spend 800 gold. Jungler's gonna meet up here once again. Yeah, you really unfortunate for Window Licker. He used his flash to make that play happen, didn't get the kill, so blue resources to blow his lead, which not wasn't entirely his fault. He's going to go in for the all-in here on Gwen. Does he actually have the damage to finish her off? No, he does not. He's going to end up going down here. Wasn't able to get her into the execution range. And that's part of why I really wanted him to have that Ignite. He definitely would have got the kill with Ignite there, but didn't quite have enough damage. As it is, it ends up going down again. I feel for Window Licker. I have that exact same experience in top lane so often, where I get a big lead early and I just throw it away, trying to push my lead to get kills. He does get the kill on Gwen there, however. So Gwen not respecting the Sion ulti to get back to lane. Or no, not Sion ulti, the Sion. I forget the Sion's on the top laner. So nice gank by Mr. Cookie down the lane. You don't have to go ahead and get caught here. She's going to go down. Having a hard time dealing with that Braum Ashe CC chain. Oh. Now we're going to get a roam here bot lane by Lissandra. Again, does not take the E. Now he's going to go ahead and get kited out. I don't think he actually has the damage. I mean, does he have the damage to finish off Ashe here? I don't think so. No, especially because Braum blocks the Lissandra Q. Lissandra's going to go down. I don't know if Estoc doesn't fully understand how Lissandra E works or if he's just making bad decisions, but either way, that's twice he hasn't warped in with his E when he should. Now, fight breaking out here. FF15 trying to get grubs. They will get 2 of them, but now fight's going to break out 2v3. Sion's going to go down. Now Jarvan's going to go ahead and get turned on. He will go down here to the Sion passive, and now Urgot's got to try to run, but I don't think there's any feasible way he escapes this. Indeed. And he will go down. 3k gold lead here for Dot to start out. Yeah, basically other than that Sion ult play to the lane, basically every play they've tried to do this game has been a disaster, so really rough early game for them. Huh. Very aggressive posturing there by Braum. He's too far. Ashe not in range to actually follow up and apply stacks. Are going to turn to Swain instead, but now Jarvan is here. Mel's going to TP in as well. Mel with the flash E to get the double snare, going to get 2 kills. Now Sion is here, but it's going to be too little too late. Mel just goes onto the tower and accepts her fate. I feel like she probably... She could have just walked out of that, right? I'm not crazy? This has to be lag, right? I'm assuming he just lagged out there. That's really unfortunate. I think DOT will still come out ahead on this play, but that could have been a lot better if that hadn't happened. So that's unlucky. That was a great play by Dot. Still ends up working out for him. Fallen's going to go out here. Panic Sugar doing a good job using his W to avoid the that's how you, when you're like trying to all in a dangerous Juggernaut, you want to use your W like that at the back, at the edge, so that they have to walk into you if they want to hit you, which you obviously don't want to walk into a Gwen. So that was good job by him there. Does a massive chunk on the Urgot here. I don't play Gwen, but I know enough to know that that's what you're supposed to do on Gwen. Again, Chaos, no Dark Seal on the fed Mel. Have to yell at him again. He could be so much more fed than he is now. Lissandra doesn't have one either, but she should. I'm in the top lane. Is he just gonna go ahead and rip it? Window Licker. Going to go ahead and pop the Ghost. The Urgot ulti, yeah, just doesn't have the damage. Like again, if he had Ignite there, he would have killed Gwen, but tough. Meanwhile, down here, some jockeying over position here over the dragon. Trying to get her on the side. She is seen by this ward, and she's just going to go down here. Yep. Does get a re-off this time, but it's too little too late. Going to die to the melody. Dragon number 2 for DOT. So far, they've been destroying this early game. We have a Sunfire sighting here on the Scion. Please spam your Sunfire emotes. Thank you. Lag is crazy here. Yeah, maybe it's lag, too. That's the reason he hasn't been able to activate his E in time. Maybe it's lag. If that's the case, then that's really, really unfortunate.
Not so fast.
Ooh. Dodge there by Panic Sugar. He should be able to just get this kill. Urgot pretty much needs to land the E to have any chance of winning. Ooh, does not quite have the damage to finish him off. No, Mr. Cookie's here. We will get the kill on Gwen. Oh no, did he save the tower? No, first tower will go. First tower and therefore Beat Strike will go on over to DOT. Both mid-head internet trolls, I'd call it fair. I mean, Lissandra, I think, is a little bit worse, just because you're a playmaking champion relying on, like, precise timings. We've seen a few times where she's, like, E'd in and not follow the E when she clearly meant to do it, which have kind of ruined plays, so I'm assuming that's the problem. I'm assuming that's because of lag, so that's really unfortunate.
Turret plating will fall soon.
Yeah, full DC dying. That's true. That is true. He does finally get the Darksteel after he's already gotten 5 kills. Oop. I think she was aiming for the Yunara, but ends up hitting the Swain. Yeah, entire top matchup fucked up Lissandra not Eing, yeah. They had top Urgot was in a great spot against Gwen, but the messed up Lissandra dive completely fucked over top lane for FF15. Yeah. Go ahead, dive here on the Swain. Should be able to get him, but he will end up going down to the tower. Yeah, they had a nice dive set up here, and Lissandra E's over the wall to, like, right on top of the Gwen to help with the dive, but she didn't follow the E, so... And they thus didn't have the damage to get the kill, and Urgot died after using E-Flash, and... It's extremely unfortunate for FF15, because Urgot was way ahead at that point in the lane. Not a 6k gold lead here for Dot now. I will say the FF15 comp does scale really well, though, with the Scion and the Yunara and the Swain, so they can hang in there. But I don't think the Dot comp scale particularly well except for the Gwen, so... That might be enough, admittedly, but we shall see.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
He upgraded to the 2-stack Megas. That's kind of wild. That is kind of wild. Very strange Darksteel management here by Chaos. Well, hey, you feel like you have to contest this if you're FF15 because Gwen's not here, but Gwen could TP at any time. And I think, yeah, if you gotta do something here. FF15, you can't just be sitting around here getting poked by Mel forever while Gwen's pushing your side lane. But I understand your reticence to just rip it. Go ahead and Oli ulti. He's only going to hit Braum. Urgot's going to get here on the back line. Ooh, he probably walked over the wall, not able to land on the Ashe, and now Gwen's going to TP in. And there's a lot of different little fights happening here on the side, but I have a feeling this is going to go very heavily in Top's favor, and that is what happened. That's tough. So let's see if we can see the fight again, because that was a whole. There was like 3 different skirmishes happening at the same time. Yeah, so Swain and Urgot try to go for the Ashe here. Mel's just kind of the Lysandre E gets reflected, so he has the flash W, gets the top CC combo off on Mel, but no follow up. So Mel able to just pump out the damage because Urgot was there, and yeah, that will end up being a 5-for-1 in favor of DOT. I respect the attempt by Windowlicker to try to just flash over the wall and kill Ashe, but unfortunately the E did not land.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Hold it. Oh, that play broke out fast once I got there. Yep, and they're standing right on a ward waiting to ambush somebody, but they are seen. Go ahead and engage on the Swain. Swain does end up going down.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Meanwhile, Gwen going for the all-in in the top lane, and Urgot just does not have the damage to burst this Gwen. Tough. Mr. Cookie, you, my friend, do not get to be here. Lysandre doesn't get to be here either. Being able to reflect that Lysandre engage play on the E is actually not a clutch. You know. And sadly, I think this one might be cooked. 11k gold lead and Otacana and draft full point already. There's 1 minute. This game might be over.
Blue team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
Gwen's gonna be able to get away. Oh, does catch her, but not before taking down Lysandre. Lysandre, even with the ulti, was not able to survive. They do finally get the Gwen. Gonna be a decent shutdown, but Swain, nope, is gonna be able to escape. Mr. Cookie's gonna go ahead and get caught out here. Nope.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
be able to actually catch Nell here, but they don't have the damage to actually kill her, I don't think. Gwen doing Gwen things here, just not going down, pumping out tons of damage. Eventually gets executed by the Urgot. Actually, this fight's going pretty. This fight's actually going pretty well for FF15 so far. Although now the Ashe is here, they're gonna have to leave now. They don't have anything left in the tank to keep fighting. We'll take that though. Get the shutdown, or get a couple shutdowns on your 80 carry, no less. That's where you want them. Amazingly, despite everything, the ADC's on more or less equal items. Obviously, Ashe has spent a bit more on boots and executioner's items, but in terms of the same core items, they got the same three. Nara gonna go ahead and get caught and blasted here. Should be Baron here for DOT. They're gonna go ahead and get started here. When pushing down bot lane, does have TP if necessary. Jarvan gonna go ahead and get a nice, actually no, he goes in and he gets CC chained with no follow for his team. He ends up going down. No jungler here. Oh, ult's gonna go in on the Ashe. Oh, very poor flash by the Ashe. She's gonna end up going down here. And then Sion, Mel has to bail, so Rom ends up going down as well. However, Gwen is doing the same thing she did last game for DOT, gonna end the game. Well, her team is fighting, gonna hunt backdoor, but no, she's tanking too many towers. Oh, she has lasagnas to stop it. Now Urgot's gonna TP in. Can Urgot stop her from ending the game? Yes, you should be able to. No backdoor here for you this time, Gwen. You got close, but not quite. Whoever was here that she was fighting did enough of a job to chunk her out that Urgot was able to TP in and kill her, so good job to them. Unfortunately, no, yeah. They wanted to try to do the Baron, but their damage threats are not here, so they really need Nara to do Baron. She's the only one with the DPS to make it happen, so. Yeah, that Gwen split push that is crazy. No one on, I don't think anyone on FF15 can realistically stop her 1v1, even with the help of towers. So. Dot gonna start the Baron again. I think you just have to concede this. Indeed they will. And Gwen's just going to go ahead and sneak in, walk her way towards the next, and the fight's going to break out in the mid lane, but the result of this fight doesn't matter at all because we got Gwen here in the back lane. Yep. That'll be another Gwen backdoor for DOT. It's tough. You kind of have to respect the team fight threat, but at the same time, you can't let her do this, so I don't know if it would have mattered what they did. It's just too easy for somebody to kind of just sneak in there and backdoor, so really tough game there. FF15. Everything just went wrong early on, and they never really recovered. So we'll see if they can bounce back here in game 2. All right. Oh, turn that back on. Thought I felt quiet. All right. Well, I'm gonna go refill my water real quick. And then hopefully they'll be ready to get going. Okay. They're taking their sweet time getting ready for game 2 here, apparently. They're gonna go ahead and flip sides. This should be the same link, right? Yes. All right, in they go. You know, how often people play tanks top lane? I'm really surprised that no one tried Fiora the entire season. No one. I guess we just don't have any Fiora players here. Don't know the Orns and whatnot. Although actually, we have seen probably a lot less tanks this season. We've had a lot more good top laners picking like Juggernauts and Fighters and stuff. You still won't see much of the really carry top laners like, you know, Riven or Aurelia and stuff like that. But we've seen some Gangplank. We've seen a lot of Yone. I think we saw Yasuo once or twice. Obviously, we've seen a fair bit of Urgot, some Set. A lot less people on Ornn duty this season compared to last season. Dot gonna go ahead and lock in the Malphite. Malphite kind of went from a terrible first pick to a great first pick now that he can jungle. You can just flex him to jungle if you get an AP against an AP top laner. And every team's going to have at least some AD, right? So. Good luck, have fun. Yeah, thank you, Mr. H. You guys are starting soon, right? In like 20 minutes? It will be the set lock in for FF15. I like it. I feel like set's always a solid choice in top lane. Even, I don't know if he has what I would really describe as bad matchups. Like, in theory, it'd be range champs, but set can beat up range champs and survive range champs. So, I don't think he has any really bad matchups per se. I'm actually curious what his worst matchup is. It's probably Kled, if I had to guess. Kled is a lot of top laners' worst matchup, which I just find kind of funny. Because Kled himself is just okay. I guess Braum is off the table now, so that makes M Misfortune a safe pick. Good thinking by the Dot. And because they already picked top lane, I guess they're saving their... I'm assuming they're saving their last pick for mid lane then to go against Chaos. No, we shall see. This Pantheon could theoretically be a flex pick, but I'm assuming it's jungle. I know Pantheon jungle's win rate's not very good right now, but how bad can like a point and click stun with good dueling really be in the jungle, you know? Or a point and click gap closer stun with good dueling, so. Interesting. This Samira pick is also interesting for FF15. That's a very dangerous pick. Samira could very easily be kind of useless. That's why I don't like her. It's too binary. I'm not sure if we're in ADC like Tristana, where you can go in if you want to, but you can also just play like a normal AD carry, but I said Samira can't really do that. Not very well, anyway. If 15 gonna go ahead and yoink Chaos's Ahri, it's probably a good call. Gragas top lane. Okay. They did kind of need AP, so that makes sense. And Gragas is a good lane neutralizer against most top laners. They just can't, like, they can't snowball into him. And then Annie, last pick for Dot. Interesting choice. Okay. Going for a lot of engage potential then. Engage playmaking potential for Dot. Makes sense. Finally, the last pick here for FF15. It's got to be like no, Zac last pick. Okay. So this is a Pantheon support then. The Zac jungle. I actually really like the Zac pick a lot. Okay. It was very smart. It was a very good last pick with FF15. I don't think there's anyone on this Dot team that can realistically has good DPS against this Zac, and that means Zac is going to run train on this game. So I like it a lot. All right, and I'm going to take a short restroom break, and then we'll get into game 2. Semifinals indeed. Yeah, they scheduled their game really quickly, so they're playing today. So both these teams already played their quarterfinals match. Played and won their quarterfinals match, obviously, that's how they're here. Let's see, what time does y'all's series start? (9:30 CST), so not for half an hour, not for 45 minutes. Okay. I guess the best answer for Gragas here is for Zac here from Dot is for Gragas to just body bump him when he tries to jump in, because it will override the Zac E, so we gotta be careful for that. I also feel like Set can probably E Gragas out of his E as well. I'm actually not 100% sure on that interaction. That will probably affect how the matchup goes. All right, let's get into it. Here we are with game 2. Can FF15 recover, rebound after a very tough game 1 loss, and force game 3? Or will DOT finish off their wounded prey and punch themselves a ticket to the finals? Stay tuned. Oh, interesting. It's Zag top and Set jungle. Oh, okay. Didn't expect that. I feel like Gragas has to be a really annoying matchup for Zach because you just can't ever E in unless you catch him paying attention. Of course it's Set jungle. Is that obvious to you, huh? It's Mr. Cookie. That is true. We do see some interesting picks in certain roles because of who happens to be playing those roles sometimes. That is a good point. I do remember Mr. Cookie's set. He clapped my cheeks when we played them. Made my Rumble look real newbie. Uh-oh. And Ari's going to go ahead and get stunned here and probably have to flash. Ooh. Yeah, ends up going down. Ooh, the last tick. Pantheon tries to come in to save, but it's a little too late. Ari's going to go down. That's an unfortunate time to go down, too. She's going to miss an EXC because of that. Plus, now Pantheon started W, which is not usually what you want to do. Yeah, tough one for S-Stock. Well, yeah, I guess it works there. Yeah. Junglers both starting top side this game. Malphite has an incredibly fast clear now, from what I'm hearing. That's why you're seeing so much on the jungle now. What skill do you max first in Malphite jungle? W? I guess we'll find out. Or at least we'll find out what skill Connor is max first. Maxes first. Rather. If they ever end up fixing that bug where Zac could R midair while flying with his E, I don't know if they actually fixed it. I assume they did, but... Ooh. The Bard hitbox strikes again. Ooh. No, and get MF's flash, and MF no barrier, so she's actually gonna end up going down. Okay. And yeah, he is maxing W first, which is what I expected, so. And yeah, Zac. Gragas can obviously interrupt the Zac E, but I feel like Zac just has so much healing and no mana that Zac will just attrition him out. Yeah. I think Gragas will run out of mana before he has kill threat on Zac, unless he gets gank help. Well, gank's gonna come here. He's gonna flash. He will escape. Go to early flash there by Zac. If you know you have to flash, use it early. Save your HP. Oh, that might be a kill, actually. Oh, we didn't have E. Not quite able to land the E, but should be just fine. He still has passive, obviously, so. And, yeah, solo kill for Zac. And if you are Gragas, you need to get an Oblivion Orb ASAP, because Zac heals more than any other champion in the game. That is a real stat. I'm not making that up. You need the Grievous Wounds. Those blobs heal way too much in the middle of a fight. Much closer game here early on so far. Only about a 200 gold difference. Zor gonna go ahead and get caught out a little bit. Let's see. Did anyone figure out the Cassie situation for the other series? We might be done here in time if Dot ends up winning this game. We'll see. I probably won't end up doing both back to back, but we'll see. I have been known to be a sucker sometimes. Oh, Samira's in a rough spot. Yeah, there you go. Block the Bard Q. Now, Malphite's here. Doesn't have ulti yet, though. He's a little short. I think he'll. Yeah, he's about one or two minions from getting it. But if he get it, he gets a kill here. But I don't think he will. Gonna go ahead and TP bot and buy the R and set here as well. Interesting. They both have vision in this bush, so. Ooh, gonna go right in for the melee range. The melee range charm. It's gonna land, and MF ult's gonna do a ton of damage, but only gonna get one kill out of it, as the rest of FF15 has to bail. Feet of Warfare going down for FF15. Windowlooker has to be a little careful pressuring the tower because he does have Bomby Cinder. But honestly, Gragas might be in dive range again already. Yeah, he just can't trade it against Zac at all. Zac just heals too much. Zac is a surprisingly good duelist, which you would not expect given what kind of champion he is. But you wouldn't expect him to be really good at dueling, but he is. So are you gonna be able to catch out Bard here? Is he gonna go for the E flash? Oh, he does for the E flash. Predicts the flash over the wall too, but barely misses. It's a nice try by Estock. Zac up here very low, but oh no! And Gragas tries the E flash, but does not land. He does pop the Zac passive, but does he have the damage to finish him off before Zac revives? No, he doesn't, and he's going to end up going down. But Malphite will end up winning the 1v1 in the river against the set. And now Zac is definitely going to go down here, but if he can take one with him, no, he will not. Ahri here doesn't have ulti for 10 more seconds. Doesn't have damage to finish off the Malphite, but now he's stuck here with no ulti against the Annie. Ulti's up in 3 seconds. Should be able to escape here. I might not even need the ulti.
Here I come.
Yeah, okay. Pops the ulti just to be safe. Probably good call. Yeah, Window Licker getting rolling on the Zac, which is what they need. He's gonna need to pop. He's gonna need to carry these team fights, or he's gonna need to do a lot of work to enable the rest of his team. Samira gonna go ahead and get caught out here a little bit. It's gonna actually turn Pantheon ulting into the bot lane. Ooh, and Memphis has to stop the ult early. Ooh, and Samira ends up going down, runs out of HP, which what going down means. And in the end, the 2v2 goes over to the bot lane. Samira, I'm assuming, is rushing Bloodthirster first, which I guess I get it. You want the sustain, but I'd rather have more kill threat on Samira than sustain, TBH, but I'm not a Samira player, so I will not speak too confidently on it. Malphite gonna go ahead and move on to the Grubs here. He does have assistance from the Bard. And his own support and mid laner are away, so he's gonna have to back off. And they should... Dot should be able to get all three Grubs here, no problem. Well, maybe a fight's gonna break out here. Ooh, they're gonna plant over the wall. And Ahri doesn't have ulti yet. Engage is gonna go in by Zac. E does not land on anyone. Nice Bard ulti, and now FF15 is getting all split up here. When Zac trying his best to carry the fight, but there's really not getting a lot of help in terms of damage, and his passive is not up, so he will go down. Ahri trying her best to finish out of map, but not able to. That will be a 3-for-0. Or 4-for-0 in favor of Dot. Disastrous play for FF15. That's a play they wanted, but the Zac didn't land on anybody, and they got very discombobulated by the Gragas, by the Bard and Gragas ultis. And they will end up taking all 3 Grubs and 4 kills. Starting to pull away. 3.5k goalie here for Dot. And games very often come down to how those early grouping fights go. So I went the way of Dot this time. very strong start here for Chaos. Phenomenal CS. Already has Malignance. Samir's gonna end up going down here. Yeah, MF's already starting to hit the lethality. She's very, very scary right now. Pantheon. Roman here. Should be fine. Oh, no, he's actually turn on the Bard. Set is here, but Set's having trouble actually doing a whole lot for this game. All right, Window, look, your team needs you. Kick it into gear. Get your Sunfire item. I can't remember the name of it at the moment. And then start popping off. Gragas, still no Grievous wounds. You really need Oblivion Orb against Zac. I mean, look at that. You could be cutting like 60 healing per blob just by getting an 800 gold item. Man, look at that. I mean, you can't fight him at all. You know what? Fightbringer, you're in the top lane. Great ulti by Pantheon. Is going to go ahead and catch up the MF. That will be a kill. And then Zac's going to get the kill top lane as well. So good response by FF15. Making some plays even though they're down. And that is the power of the Pantheon ulti. You have to be scared of that whenever you don't see him. So you just suddenly have a point-and-click stun on your back line.
Turret plating will soon fall.
He's going to TP back. I don't know if he needed to leave there, but he's probably afraid of getting ganked, which is a fair fear. He doesn't know that there's no one there to help. That was a very aggressive TP by Gragas, so... And he will TP back with his Hollow Radius, that's what it's called. Looking for a gank here on the Ahri, just waiting for Ahri to walk close enough for the Malphite ulti. Not quite able to get it. The ulti does not land. Still about a 4k gold lead here, 4 dots, so still in a great position. They do end up getting first tower here for Dot. Okay, doesn't secure feats of strength though, so it will be whoever gets the objectives. They are in the lead in that category though, so they just have to get one more. Yeah, unfortunately this Samira lane just not strong enough to function. And this Ahri not taking enough to survive that flash stun by Annie, so nice solo kill there for Chaos. Game where both mid laners build Malignance. How often do you see that? That just does not happen. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Pantheon is gone. So they decide they're going to go for a dive here on the Samira. Ooh, dodges the stasis. Nice W, is able to get on the MF and kite long enough for the tower to tank. And now she's going to go in. Probably doesn't have the damage to finish off Bard, though. Doesn't mean she's not going to try. No, she's going to back off. Okay, not well played there by Styx to survive the tower dive. Dot gonna go ahead and move in here on the Rift Herald. Annie providing cover from this bush, which is not warded. They will see it now, but I don't think they have any way to reasonably contest this. Their jungler is way off over here. You're just gonna have to let it go. They will. Feats of strength going over to the Dot. Chaos once again getting Dark Seal after he's already gotten a bunch of kills, but and upgrading it to Magic before 10 stacks. You have very interesting Dark Seal usage, Chaos, but you've also been killing it this series and then this entire season, so maybe there's something to it. But then again, I'm Masters and you're not Masters, so haha, I'm right. That's what it means, right? That's how you know. The higher ranked player is automatically smarter and correct. Ooh, gank coming up here in the top lane. Zac gonna go ahead and pop ulti. Definitely gonna go down here, I think. Well, he's actually doing a great job stalling. Actually able to get out. Okay, well played by Windowlicker. Gets out and without even using his passive. Meanwhile, Pantheon gonna go ahead and get caught trying to ward here. Now they're definitely gonna force down this tower. No way Samira survives that dive if he stays.
Red team's turret has been
They're gonna look for a dive here on Zac, which is always risky business. Not quite able to get him. He heals too much. Nice flash E by oh, BMF ulti. Ah! He still has not lost his passive. Window Licker making him earn every cent. Now his passive will finally pop. MF should be able to get this no problem, and indeed he will. And now Set will go down as well. I think if you're Set in the situation, you just need to YOLO at this MF and keep him from killing your Zac. Because if Zac dies, you're going to die right afterwards. So, but that's hard. That's a hard decision to make in the heat of the moment. So tough. 8K gold lead now for Dot, which is wild considering they only have 7 kills. They got an 8K gold lead. So. Indeed, we might be done in time. Assuming Dot's able to close this out in the next 20 minutes. We might be in time for the next caster. I believe Elias was planning to cast, but I will check with him. It's always a joy to see Bernie play. So we're going to go ahead and get one shot here by the Annie. Tough. Oh, by the Annie and Malphite. Gotcha. Yeah, that is so scary to be any sort of squishy against the Malphite. Just constantly on edge whenever he's around. You never know when it's coming. Only the second dragon of the game so far. Teams have been very lackadaisical about taking the dragon. And yeah, Samira's got her Bloodthirster, which will help sustain, I guess, but she does no damage at this point in the game. Like, if you go Bloodthirster when you fall behind, you're just so useless. That's why I don't like MF, or that's why I don't like Bloodthirster Rush on AD carries, unless you're like Draven. Draven's the one at EC where I think it's justified, because you can snowball and get the sustain and go crazy. But every other, I know MF and Samira like to do it too, and I don't like it. I really don't like it. Left here on the second, will ult the Annie into tower, and then E into tower. Actually, well played. Going to get the 1,000 gold shutdown from the Annie. Now they're going to go ahead and catch out Bard as well. He should go down here. That's going to go on Gragas. He's kind of isolated from his team, trying his best to buy time and get away. And I think he's actually going to be able to. No, he's actually going to be able to jump in again. And then Pantheon does a very interesting ultimate to make sure it secures the kill. Okay. So now they do pick up some shutdowns there. That's what they needed. 1,000 gold. 1,000 gold, 700 gold, 400 gold. You know, that's a 20, that's a 2,000 gold swing right there, back in their favor. They need that. Yeah, that was super well played by Cookie, holding his cooldowns. Hold on just a second, I'm getting a phone call. Sorry about that. But yeah, that was super well played by Cookie. He used all his cooldowns in the perfect way possible to survive the burst and get her CC'd under tower. So, well played by him. He's been struggling to have an impact this game, but that was a big play. Big play. Not gonna go ahead and move in here on Otacon. Should be able to get it no problem. Timbers doing guard duty there in the tri-bush. Ooh, that was... What just happened? I looked away for 1 second. That was a strange looking play. they're going to dive the Gragas. Oh, Zach gets ulted in. CC chain under tower. It's going to end up going down. Well played by Sugar there, and now Ari's going to have to bail. Malphite's here. He's just waiting to see who he wants to use his ulti on. And Ari is very... good luck. That was definitely dead. Assume we're going to... Oh. They don't even need the Malphite ulti. They're just going to run her down. Tough. Yeah, back up to an 8k gold lead here for the Dot. Ooh, nice flash there by Styx to avoid the Malphite ulti. And then Ducky trying to help too, but yeah, nothing happening. It's gonna have going down anyway. And Zach's going in, doing a lot of damage and tanking a lot, but no one on his team really to help him, so he'll end up just going down here. So looking like this might be it. They push to end here. Probably a little too early, but well, if they kill Set for free, maybe. They're gonna go in. They do have a minion. That will indeed be it. Well, hold on. Playing for more kills. Respectable. Alright, and that will indeed be it. Very well played to DOT. The both teams came off upsets last week. FF15 looked really, really good, but Dot comes in and handles business both games, no problem. And that will make them the team from their bracket to make to the finals. So congratulations to them. Very well played. And I mean, you kind of see it right there. Set 2.8k damage. Poor guy just could not get involved in the game at all with how it was going. That's tough. So, and yeah, tough loss for FF15. They were riding high after their win in the quarters, and then not quite able to muster it again. So tough loss for them. If anybody in the on DOT wants to come in and talk a little bit here in the casting booth, they are welcome before we end the stream. But yeah, other than that, I know that there's another series starting in 15 minutes, so I'll probably hand it on over to Elias.
What's up?
Welcome, DOT. Congratulations.
Yo, yo, yo.
Congratulations on qualifying for the Season 13 finals. So
Thank you.
Got a couple more games on their side of the bracket to see who you will face. But yeah, well done. I thought that this would be a good matchup between, two teams, but it really wasn't. You guys beat them pretty bad, handled both games very easily, so well done. And yeah, you guys have anything you want to say?
It was fun. I had fun.
Enough credit. Shout out to me.
Oh my god! If anybody wants a win backdoor special, bro, just hit me in the DMs.
Yeah, he ended 2 games in a row off of the Gwen backdoor. I was just like, there's no. I saw that in game 1. Like, there's no way they can realistically stop this. Like after the first time, it's like everything's gone. No one can stop her. 1v1, maybe even 2v1. It's tough.
Yeah, but I think we just match up well against FF15 for whatever reason.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I think they rely a lot on Window Licker to get big, and Panic Sugar. I mean, I think he was a little outmatched, but he held his own. He didn't let him snowball, so that's what matters when you're against the really good lane opponents. You just got to hold them in check. So, yeah, well done to everybody, and that'll wrap up the cast for now. And we'll be back shortly with CR versus PvP. So then, bye-bye.
GG's.